Hey guys, what's going on? It is Tamika. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm trying to hide my boobage. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing a video today. Inspired by the leftover cards. So I go, like, whenever I'm out, I typically bring cards with me. And the last time that I brought cards with me, I brought this deck here. I think it's the Psychic Tarot. And I haven't used this deck in such a long time. But I brought them with me because I saw someone else using them. And I was like, oh, wow, I haven't used those. Let me, bring them out. And I didn't even get to use them because I was running late and didn't have enough time to just chill. So I took them out of my pocketbook and put them back in, it's like this basket I have because I don't keep these in a box. They're just out so I can get them if I want them. So this one was left in my pocketbook and it says The Waiting Game. This is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands typically looks like someone is holding like two staffs, two wands. And in one hand they have the world. And this is someone who's trying to make a decision for themselves that they feel is the best decision for them. In terms of just not what looks good on paper, but also what feels good to them, what they're passionate about, what they truly love. So this Two of Wands says The Waiting Game, which gives me more of an energy of someone who's already made a decision. They've planted this seed that is now growing, and now they're waiting on something with regard to this tree. Trees could be knowledge, family. Trees could also be money. Trees are earth energy, so we think about grounding energy, stability, foundations. So someone is just like walking around in circles, waiting. And it seems like someone who may need to be patient just a little longer, because you would think it starts with the Ace of Wands and then the Two of Wands. So in the Ace of Wands is when you get you take that action. And that action lead you to making a decision about what it is that you really want. It could even be like an idea, just something that sparks something in you. And when you get to the Two of Wands, this is when you're making that decision. But this tree, so by that time, you'd think the seed would still be somewhat of a seedling, which gives me the idea that this action was taken some time ago. Like it's been growing and it's being nourished for a while, for quite some time. Because trees could take, some trees, like the fruit trees, is it peaches or apples? Whatever tree it is, like some trees could take up to 5 years before you can have a tree with fruit growing from it. So something could be significant about 5 years, or years in general, or something that someone took action on and planted, and now they're at the point where, like I said, they've made a decision, because we're in the waiting game right now. So we have that card. Now, I'm down in my office today, and I was bringing down my deck of cards, and the deck that I have these cards in, this is a big box. I had 2 bags of cards that I was bringing down. Plus I had this one like kind of on the side. And I wasn't thinking, and when I came down, I just put the bags down, and when I lifted my arm, the deck fell all over the floor. It was everywhere. So I was like, oh shit. And then I looked, and there were not that many cards that were upright. There were not that many cards that were upright. So I thought to myself, maybe I should take the upright cards. So even if there was a pile that fell like this, I only took the one. Oh, someone is caught. The host is caught. Oh, that gives me like the host of a party or something. Like someone, it reminds me of the story I heard with this woman. Well, it was a movie actually. It might have been a true story. Or I'm sure there are stories like this where like the mom or the father is very indulging with their children. So they allow their kids to have parties at the house where they allow them to smoke and drink and shit. And they're only like 16, 17-year-olds. So that's what it gives me. A host got caught. But this is the deck. It fell. I took all the first cards of the ones that fell upright. And then there were ones that fell by themselves. There were some that fell in twos. So I took both of them. But these are the ones that I got out of these here. So what I'm going to do is shuffle them around. And then we'll see, maybe like that message will apply to this message. But we'll see what we get. All right. I'm going to just put this here up against my candle. Move this out of the way. So we have Scholar. You can't see. Scholar, road closed. Maybe I should move this too. Dotiana Fee. I'm going to pick that up in a minute. Scholar, road closed. A problem at a bus station. That's come out a few times before. I don't know if you're going to be able to see these. There we go. Maybe I should do it like that. A hitchhiker. Oh, wow. A problem at the bus station and a hitchhiker, and the road is closed. It gives, like, I watch a lot of movies. It gives, like, someone is at a bus station and they're trying to get out of town quickly. And this person could be a scholar, so this person could be a student or something. And this person is at the bus stop. Let's say that it's like a snowy. It doesn't necessarily have to be snowy weather, but in my mind, it's like a snowstorm, and that's why the road is closed. Or the road could be closed because there was like a water main break, and the route that the bus would take, they can't go that route. And there could be another route, but the bus can't take that route. So the bus station may be shut down, or buses may be delayed, or trains could also be delayed. So someone is trying to find a ride with someone else. So we have Hunter, Prey. So, oh look, a bad driver. Also, the road could be closed because of a bad driver. It could be a problem with a bus and a car. First day of marriage. That comes out a lot too. First day of marriage. Problems at a bus station with first day of marriage. First day of marriage should be like one of the happiest days of your life. It was the first day of your marriage is like a milestone event. Bad driver. I wrote a poem once with regard to like a relationship and the twists and turns. I was using the analogies of the road or driving. Someone could, all right, so bad driver could be one of the people in this marriage is like a spouse that is not maneuvering the relationship correctly. And maybe it's not the first day of marriage, but the first days of marriage. because like the first 7 years are supposed to be the hardest. And in terms of time, we think of time like the first day of marriage could be the literal first day of marriage. But in the universe, a day is fucking nothing. It's like a millimeter of a second. You know what I'm saying? If that, it's nothing. So first day of marriage could ideally, like I said, be, oh, that sucks. Could be that this is the honeymoon stage of a relationship, the waiting game. But see, if this person is like a bad driver in a relationship, meaning that they don't drive the relationship well, they're not focused on the other person. I was going to say they're not focused on the car and the maintenance, trying to stay with the storyline, but this person is not focused on maintaining the relationship, not steering it in the correct direction. So someone could have became smart and decided to close that road. This could be someone who, this bad driver person doesn't, there's a problem at the bus station. Let's say that this person is like, oh no, I'm going to run really quick and try to stop this person because I don't want them to leave. That could be a problem at the bus station during the first pivotal, like the first pivotal years of this relationship. So we have florists. Now there could be people out here who are actual hitchhikers, who are actual bad drivers. There are a lot of bad drivers. Someone who's in school. A hunter doesn't necessarily mean you hunt animals, but we consider people animals. So this person could be a hunter with a prey. Someone who's after someone typically hunters prey their victims to take them out or to show them off, to use them, because you can take the fur and use it. You can use the meat. Seller of used cars. Oh, wow. It's a lot of reference to transportation or people in transportation. Seller of used cars who's a bad driver, who is a hunter and very smart. The road could be closed for this person here. And interesting. Oh, interesting. Seller of used cars next to the bad driver with marriage. It's like this person, hunter and prey. This person does a lot of outside activities. But so if the road is closed and there's a problem at the bus station, the way I just thought about that was like maybe there's a problem with their member, or there's a problem with someone else's member, like their womanly parts. And then a hitchhiker is an extra thing, something that shouldn't be there but you've invited in, which could be like an STD. The florist, your flower. The flower could have an STD. Interesting. People call it my flower. The florist, the person with the flower, is the one. So maybe this is a bad driver and a florist. Maybe. Nah, if this is the case, they could both be. Both people could be a little fugazi. I'm going to put 2 cards here since this bad driver and hunter have 2 cards. This florist, the first day of marriage, seems like maybe it should be in the middle. So we're going to do that. So we're going to put butcher here. And we're going to put, grandmother's ashes. Someone could have had a death in the family. My apologies. I send my my condolences to you. Sending love and all that great jazzy stuff. So this issue here could be surrounding, like if this doesn't have to do with a marriage, if this has to do with like a funeral, then there are people like coming in from town. Someone could be having a problem with the road being closed. Someone could be a bad driver in a car with a spouse and there's arguing and such going on. Someone could be having a problem at the bus station. There could even, with the problem here, there could be a problem with the florist, the butcher, in terms of where you're going to get the meat for the people in the household. But I thought, the grandmother herself, the energy of the person who has passed on could have been a florist or did something with flowers, grew flowers, kept flowers in the house. This could have been someone who just arranged flowers themselves, and they did just a really good job, that they would like a florist had they gone that route. A hitchhiker. I want to get the definition of a hitchhiker so I could play with it in my head. But a butcher cuts meat. Eso te quechera. Like you could find out at cuts meat. It made me think of sex, cut meat. You don't have sex with men. So someone could find out at grandma's funeral that she didn't like men, even though she had children and was married. I want to get the definition of hitchhiker. Oh, am I in the wrong place? Wrong place, space. Get out of here. Get out my face. You're not even a part of the human race. A hitchhiker. Sorry, I was like not where I was supposed to be. Hitchhiker. What's the definition? No, not the movie. Someone who travels by getting free rides in someone else's vehicle. Someone who always wants a free ride. A person who travels by asking for free rides in other people's cars, by standing at the side of the road and trying to get passing cars to stop. You know what else that sounds like? Someone who sells their flower. That's interesting. They could be finding out too that grandma was doing that too. That sounds messy. Clumsy person. Ironically, this card was the only one that fell up by itself. Like, apart from all the other ones. It had, like, there were cards all over here on the floor. And then there was someone this is an actual table that I'm sitting on that I made out of a bench. And cards fell on this, but the clumsy card fell all the way by itself. So I don't know, this clumsy person is significant to this seller of used cars and this bad driver, this hunter. These could be three different, like all of these people could be different too. There could be a road closed to a scholar, a hunter, a bad driver, a clumsy person, and a seller of used cars. Clumsy person, someone who doesn't, clumsy, yeah, like they just fall over themselves and such. Almost like me when I dropped those cards earlier. I wasn't focused, I wasn't thinking. The bad driver, never focused. This bad driver is clumsy. hit someone. Oh, this person could have hit a person. This clumsy person could also be clumsy in terms of hiding evidence or hiding like evidence of their debauchery. With road closed and grandma's ashes. Road closed meaning the journey is over, the end of the road. No going, like you can't go further. So that could be grandma not going further. Grandma could have been this person who was a scholar, very smart. Someone who was a hunter and you didn't know they were a hunter, who had a lot of prey with this. Bad driver. This grandmother could have been in a relationship, in a marriage. Like I said, if she's your grandma, she had to have had sex or gotten pregnant at the very least. But she was a bad driver in this marriage because grandma didn't like meat. Grandma was a florist. She liked flowers. Look, nudist. This clumsy person was a nudist. This could all be talking about grandma. We see here with the roots, and I said wisdom, knowledge, family. This could be a lot of stuff coming out about one person. Look, next to nudist, person who was actually a robot. Grandma would need to have been a robot if she was married and in a place that she felt clumsy and she didn't want to be there. Seller of used cars. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got seller of used cars with hunter and prey. Someone could have been like a madam. Oh my God. Like a pimp or something. That's crazy. Seller of used cars, used flowers. Damn. Okay. So, grandma, the person who's actually a robot because she likes flowers, but she's married. Just look at Diana. The hunter could also be the spouse to this grandma. And this spouse learns, scholar, being educated, being intelligent, that this bad driver, that the road was closed with this bad driver, that this marriage wasn't going to go further than, it was going to always be a problem at the bus station. It's going to always be a problem within their connection. Nudist, maybe a problem with sex. So grandpa, the hunter, he's a man. He still wants to engage. He goes out here and he is a seller of used cars. He's, he might have paid for it. Maybe paid for it. Clumsy. He could have been clumsy with that. And this bad driver could have found out that he did those things. This grandmother could have been a nurse or just someone who was very nurturing, healing. It almost feels like this grandma had two sides. Like, how can you be this nurture and this love? Even with the florist, if we're not thinking about it in terms of sexuality, the florist is someone who nurtures flowers, who has a love for them and grows them and appreciates them. It makes me sad because it gives someone who had to grow up during a time where certain things were frowned upon and and someone could get just the outcast because of it. Thank you. But this person, this grandma energy, did what she had to do in order to live, in order to survive. She did the best that she could. She settled, though. They both settled. And it seems like this was first day of marriage with a bad driver and a florist. Someone who likes what they are not married to. I bet that the children that came out of this relationship were... It wasn't like... so to get down. If there were like 3 kids out of their entire marriage, they probably had sex 15 times. And I'm giving 15 as the generous number. Because first day of marriage, during the first pivotal years of that relationship, these people realized what was going on. Almost like a beard. Oh, with that bartender. It's almost like a beard. Where they were both in this relationship. Well, this man, I don't know. Maybe this man was happy to be in this. Maybe this grandpa was happy to be in this type of relationship because he got to sleep around and have different women. I don't know. Look, selling used cars next to an aging model. Doesn't it give like old grandpa vibes with the older women who still, be trying to put it on and make themselves, they was the shit back in the day and they still trying to be the shit now? Or not trying to be, maybe they are the shit. Clumsy person, like this, like maybe someone, maybe someone was messy and not, like, how there are marriages where stuff like this goes on and you would never know because everybody is doing their part to keep shit on the up and up, to keep it silent, to keep it, whatever. Look, neglected siblings. I gotta just check something really quick. Oh, please don't fall. Please don't fall. I'll be right back. I just gotta check this oatmeal. I didn't think I would be on this long. And this is going to take longer than I anticipated. I didn't realize there was this many cards. So yeah, Grandpa was dealing with women who, like, he just seems like a pimpy type energy. I said pampy. Neglected siblings. The children suffered through this relationship. The children suffered because these two people were doing their own thing. These children knew what was going on with this grandfather energy, not necessarily with the grandmother energy, because they might have known that this person was a bad driver. But I don't think they knew the extent of this here. Lost identification. That's like lost who you were. You lost your name, you lost your address, you lost your identity. This marriage allowed two people to lose their identity. And I feel grandmother's ashes, yes, I really strongly feel that this is an older couple who have gone through like, I'm talking like in their 80s or 90s old. Person who was actually a robot lost all identification. This person lost themselves. They couldn't be themselves. A rumor is going around town about this person's lost identity, about this nurse, this person who's actually a robot, who likes women, who doesn't like men. This grandmother. There's a person in denial. There could be a nurse who's in denial. Or it could be that this grandmother, like I said, the nurturer, is this person. No, this grandmother's already gone with ashes here. So this nurse is someone who could be associated with this grandmother. Because this person is in denial about the rumors about this person. This person could be in denial about their own rumors, but they know what's true. They could deny it to other people, but not be in denial. Someone is in denial about the life that this person has led. Person who has never left the city. Aging models, seller of used cars. So this grandpa energy probably never really traveled or anything. The women that this person engaged with were clumsy. It was probably in the same city that he lived in, or in the same state. This person never ventured outside. And we didn't even say state. This says never left the city. So this person engaged with women that lived in the same city that he lived in with his family. And look, this is why these siblings knew about this clumsy person. They knew about all this extra activity, so they knew a lot about the father, but not about the mother. I wonder if the father is now, because this is an older person, and with road closed, this could be someone who, all right, so this could be someone who's no longer here with road closed. The waiting game, and with an older person, if this person hasn't passed, this person it seems like it's going to happen sooner than that. This grandpa was someone who was in the military, the armed services. That's another reason why maybe these kids felt neglected. This person could have had like a family elsewhere too. Not in the city. If this person is a vet. Two things. If this person is a vet, they could have a family wherever they were stationed. If this person is not, this person could be a vet, like actual, something to do with animals or something. But it gives someone who, if this was a seller of used cars, people who sell used cars can be a little shysty and shady. So this person could say that they're a vet and they're not. Because if they were a vet and they never left the city, then how does that work? Next thing we have is violin. Whenever I think of violin, I just think of this world's smallest violin, just do 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 do. And look, the world's violin with lost all identification, a rumor going around town, neglected siblings, and a person in denial. One of the siblings could also be a veteran, or vet animals. The letter V could be significant. We got VV here. But this person in denial who's a nurse could definitely be one of these siblings. Person who has been stood up. Aww. Aww. Like it gives, it gives that this person could have really loved someone else of the same sex and was never really able to commit, and that person is left with the feeling of feeling like they've been stood up, feeling like they weren't able to truly give their love and be in love and feel loved. This person here that's in denial could also be the person who feels stood up, because stood up is like someone is not around, or you don't know what's going on. There's no information. Like, they didn't come back to talk to you. Like, maybe this nurse person feels like, why couldn't this grandmother energy talk to me? This could have been a close relationship, but not close enough that this person divulged all their secrets. The logger. Doesn't a logger cut things down? A logger cuts down trees. Trees bring the truth, bring wisdom. This nurse, this person in denial, it's like, nope, I don't want to believe it. Nope, I'm cutting that out. Nope. You said what? Nope, that's not true. That's who that logger is. This nurse that's in denial, cutting shit out, but the grandma was also cutting shit out. This nurse person needs to, it would be beneficial if this person could open themselves up. Look, a flat tire. Another reference to a car or driving or transportation. Person who has never left the city with a flat tire. It was like a handicap. He could never go. This person felt like they can never leave. It almost makes me feel like as soon as you reach the city limits, there's like some type of barrier that stops you and you can't. The road is closed. A barrier that stops someone from moving, from leaving. Maybe this person. This person here really just seems to me like someone who could have been very difficult to deal with, or someone who was very they were very unhappy with happy people because they couldn't be happy, because they were robotic. They didn't know how to show. It's just like this person just feels like a loving Hitler. I don't know. And that is wrong, because Hitler did just look at the other fiesta. Let's nix out that part. But this is person who's like a tyrant, but loving as they do it. And they want to be loving because I think naturally they are loving. They want to be a nurturing individual. But because of the experiences and the traumas, the hatefulness comes out. Robot is someone who doesn't show emotion, emotionless. That's why maybe these kids feel neglected. How many times were there I love yous or hugs or not doing things because that's what you're supposed to do. As a mother, I'm supposed to get up and I'm supposed to take my kids to school and I'm supposed to cook for them, and then I'm supposed to help them with their homework and put them to bed. That's like things you do robotically, but it's the love you put into it. I don't feel like this person put love into it. Nurses are not always also nurturing, just like mothers aren't always nurturing. I don't know. But we have the cashier at a dollar store. Oh. So I thought cashier from dollar store would vet. This grandpa could have been dealing with someone that was in a dollar store. Flat tire. What if grandpa found someone that he really wanted to be with and grandma was keeping him from leaving? Like, what if this was at a time where The kids were all grown. We have a nurse out here. We have a vet. So they're old enough to take care of themselves. And what if Grandpa was like, hey, I want to leave the city. I found someone that makes me happy. And these people could have not even slept in the same bed. Slept in the same room. Maybe not even the same house. I've seen that with a few older relationships where they stay married, but they're not together in that way. Because after a while, it just gets robotic. There's no excitement. There's no love. There's probably no real clear communication because there's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of hostility, regret, remorse, disappointment, missed opportunities. There's a lot of anger. And there's a lot of hurt and pain. Someone, and I don't know if, like I said, the waiting game is here. And as I said that, it was 4114, mirroring energy. Something is going to be happening. This is going to happen. Look at this. The butcher doesn't like meat. The florist, the nudist. See, how did these neglected siblings never left the city? Nudist, neglected siblings with lost. Someone might have liked to just be nude around the house. Didn't have a problem with, it wasn't a big deal. The rumors going around town are about this person who lost their identification. This person who lost themselves. And this, the smallest violin, maybe someone is trying to plead their case about something. But I don't think it's these grandparents. Well, it's not this grandmother. And I honestly don't think it's this granddad. Road is closed. A problem at the bus station. That's like, there's no movement. Nothing is moving forward. Ouch. Okay. Cashier at the dollar store. The smallest violin. This cashier at the dollar store could have been the one trying to plead her case. Like, it feels like this person passed away. This information came out. People, maybe this vet wanted to talk to this lady about, what was going on with this flat tire in terms of the grandpa. Maybe finding out information about him. When people pass on, you just want to know more information about them. You just want to gather the stuff that you didn't know because it feels like you're trying to hold on tight to their memory. Or maybe even just validate that they were a good person. Because it's like in this instant here, there are going to be people finding out that someone wasn't the best person at all. And that there's going to be a lot of understanding about who these people were. And understanding as to why their relationship was the way it was. It's going to be sad. It's going to be shocking. Okay, I'm going to get some letters and then I got to go so I turned the oatmeal off and it looks pretty delicious. Where did I put the letters? Just a kid journal fee. No, don't fall, please. I should have put on some music. The song I have in my head right now is Usher, and I don't know what her name is. It's I Think I Have a Little Crush on You. I love that video. and the little girl and the little Asian boy, and how they're like just so mesmerized with each other. And that other song by Usher, my husband's been playing a lot. We ain't good, but we still good. Alright, that seems like a lot. Root chakra, base, the root, stability. The root at the bottom and the crown. It's like a whole alignment that needs to go on. Look, the crown with the reason. The crown is your head, your thoughts, your mind. Someone is trying to either reason out a situation or like, oh my God, why didn't this person talk to me? Why didn't they tell me they felt this way? Why didn't they tell me they were living this way? We have the number 6, the letter D, the letter X. I don't know if you guys are going to see. Oh, look, X again. I'll just leave that there. Pisces. Z. Another D. These double D's have been coming out. Maybe somebody got big boobies. Double D. Turns grief to joy. Liberates you of fear and guilt. Concerning these 2 D's. Or look, the D's and the X's are together. The letter R, again, R on RX. Or a doctor. A doctor and a prescription. The letter H. The letter T. Number 4. 6446 could be significant. The letter F. Fire department. Someone accepting something. Something with this F and D. Someone is accepting something with this R as well. Letter W. Homework. That keeps coming out too with the H and the W. 174 hertz. Removes physical and energetic pain. Turns grief to joy. See, there's a lot of pain in this situation. Grief. Grief, finding out what it is that you're finding out. The number 8. The letter B. I was about to say, but we have one that came out, the vowel, the letter K, but there's only one. Whenever vowels cease to exist in this spread or these, when I do polls, it reminds me, or it makes me think that someone doesn't want there to be words. They don't want to speak, or they don't want me to speak. They don't want me to make connections. Someone doesn't want to connect something. It's pain, and someone needs to come to some acceptance about that. Even though they're in pain, like there's nothing that you can do. They are what they are. It's so hot in here. And with the root chakra deals with your stability, but it deals with your connectedness to other, your interconnectedness. So for your whole life, you looked at this person as if they were the pillar of love and everything else. And then on this person's deathbed or after their death, you find out otherwise or additional information. Your whole foundation is cracked. This is a tower moment. This is an ego death. It's significant. It's out here twice, 396. Something could be significant. Oh, we have 84, 48, 86, 68. 64, 68. Didn't I do that already? Yes, I think I did. Somebody could like to read. I see bookworm. Something's very significant. And we had nurse in the other reading. So doctor, RX, someone could work in a hospital. Nurses typically work in hospitals, not doctor's offices, right? Doctor's offices usually has like an assistant. Maybe that is significant, an assistant in a doctor's office. Someone could be getting a breast reduction or want to get a breast reduction. I see double D's and then I see F. So someone can have really big boobs and it bothers them. I was going to say TMZ, but it is a T with the W upside with a Z. So it could be like a bootleg news station or like a local news station. Something could be significant about a local news station. Sorry, I called you bootleg. X. It just reminds me of someone who's like when you put your arms up in that X, like you're trying to block something off or you don't want to hear something. You don't want to feel something. You don't want to know something. Someone is not trying to truly process what is going on. And a Pisces is significant in terms of this crown chakra, this reasoning. This could be a Pisces that is going through this. This could also be someone who's intuitive that is telling this information because the crown chakra deals with your gifts. Pisces is the 12th house, which is Neptune, which talks about spiritual gifts, the connection to the crown, the connection to the divine. We didn't really get a lot out here. Maybe it's not necessary. Food could be significant. And we talked about the butcher and getting food for maybe for a ceremony. Not a ceremony, a repast. Will there even really be a funeral? That's what I want. I want to be cremated. It would be dope if I could be like put in the water, like the ocean, or even planted as a tree. I wouldn't mind being put in fireworks either. Like if I had choices, if I could like split it up, like you know with your life insurance, where 1/3 gets, like this person gets 1/3 and this person gets 1/3 and this person 1/3. So te que te amo, fiesta, it all adds up. Oh, nothing. So anyway, like if I could do that, if 1/3 of me could be a firework and then I could be put in the ocean and put in trees, like I'd be all over the globe. I'd be everywhere. You couldn't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me now. So, but yeah. So I don't know how that works. I've gone to, like, I had one friend and her brother passed away and they had the memorial at the house, at her house. And like the food and stuff was there. And they had already had him cremated. So there was just a picture of him in his urn. And then, you know, everybody just got together. So it could be that type of jazz. Maybe this is something that people, because there are rumors around town, this is something that you might want to keep intimate, where it's only like really close friends and family. It's not going to be open to the public. FB, someone could be like, this information could be going on, like somebody could be spreading this information on the internet. Like I said, the bootleg, the bootleg little news stations, and now disrespect, because I don't mean to say that. I'm doing a reading. I said I'm doing a reading. It's the same kid. And he comes in with the cat. The little one can be quite aggro sometimes. It's the little one. The neglected siblings, is the little one that has the problem. Something about the youngest one. So what was I saying? I can't even remember. Oh, Facebook. Oh, so there's this news station. It's called RLS, and it does the local things around. It actually is good because it tells you the things that like the the network news doesn't pick up. So you get a lot of information about a lot of things that goes on in like the Jersey City area, the Newark area. I want to say like Patterson. Like you get a lot of up close and personal things that, like, you know, somebody got robbed and it's not big enough for the news. They pick up everything. So that could be significant because they are on FB, Facebook. Well, that's where I know them from. I don't even know if they still do that. I'm sure they do. I rarely go on Facebook. I don't even have Facebook on my phone anymore. Well, not the one that I use in and out of the house. The other one, I use Facebook because of the memories. I like looking back and looking at the funny things that the kids said or the pictures and stuff. And that's like every once in a while though. Like I really don't go on there. Dominican Republic could be significant. Oh, DD. Somebody could be getting work done in the Dominican Republic or have gotten work. Maybe someone's getting bigger boobs, not smaller boobs. Boobies. XXs? Now that would be crazy work. Rhode Island could be significant. Delaware with the D. With the D. Sorry. TB, tuberculosis. Test dummy? I don't know what that is. There's not a lot. Here I see Falk. The Fockers. Oh, the Fockers could be significant. That movie with, what is his name? Why did I want to call that man Adam Sandler and that is not his name? Oh my God. He played in that volleyball movie. Oh. He's the one with that crazy hair and thought he was the shit. I can't remember. I guess the Fockers could be significant. And that volleyball movie could be significant. This is all I'm getting, guys. Homeroom, someone could be a teacher or student. Yeah. That's all I'm getting. That's all I'm getting. All right. I hope you guys were able to get through this with me. I appreciate you watching. And I'll be back later with another video. But we'll see. Bye.